guys, the Jazzy Nerd here, and welcome back to another episode of Magic Duels. In the last episode, we finished up Jace's campaign, beat the boss in a surprisingly speedy fashion. Go watch that video if you want to see what I mean. In this episode, I don't think the surprisingly speedy victories are going to continue, because today we are starting Liliana's story. And I am excited about this for a couple of reasons, but I am also really kind of dreading this. The reasons why I'm excited are, one, I get another chance to talk about lore, and you know how much I love lore. And the second reason why I'm excited is because Liliana is actually one of my favorite planeswalkers. She is such a sass, and I love it! The reasons why I'm not so excited about this, one, Liliana uses my least favorite color to play, which is black. And the other reason is that this is where the difficulty goes up a bit in this game. Anyway, to read the text and start my lore spiel, you are Liliana Vess, and your corner of the plane of Dominaria is embroiled in a war that has consumed your family. Your studies of healing magic are useful, but the ravages of war draw you to the forbidden arts. After all, why should any tool be off limits in such times? Now, before I start this, I need to talk about Dominaria as a plane. Dominaria is the plane that is considered to be basically the center of the multiverse. And almost all of the early Magic sets took place there. Dominaria has a disproportionate number of planeswalkers that are native to there, Liliana, of course, being the most recent of them. And Dominaria was also the site of one of the biggest events in Magic lore. See, a while ago in the multiverse, planeswalkers were a whole lot more powerful than they are in the current lore. They were borderline gods, basically. They were theoretically immortal. They were ridiculously powerful. But of course, having so many incredibly powerful people on one world created some problems, and there was a whole lot of fighting and a whole lot of duels between planeswalkers, and they really messed up Dominaria. And, well, the process of putting the plane back together cost a lot of these extremely powerful planeswalkers their lives. They had to basically sacrifice themselves to fix the damage they had caused. And the process of fixing the plane ended with what was called the mending, which basically fixed the plane of Dominaria, but also drastically alter the nature of the Planeswalker Spark, and all of these super powerful beings lost a significant chunk of their power, and modern day Planeswalkers, these four on the edges, are nowhere near as powerful as they once were. Liliana, I believe, was actually around before the mending, which means she lost a bit of power. Anyway, now that I forgot one thing about that. So, one of the planeswalkers who was involved in the repairing of Dominaria was none other than Nicol Bolas. And, you know, he was around on Dominaria. He was the one I was talking about way back in the beginning, who was a character in Magic before planeswalkers were a thing. And he's apparently not from Dominaria, because his name was conspicuously absent on a list I found of planeswalkers native to the plane of Dominaria. So I thought that was interesting. Basically, he uses blue, black, and red mana, and I believe the reason he ended up on Dominaria in the first place is because there was a place on the plane of Dominaria, I'm saying that word a lot, that was particularly rich in those three colors of mana, and being near that place just boosted his power even more, so he hung out there a lot. And of course, when the mending happened, he lost a substantial chunk of his power. And pretty much everything he's done since then has been for the sole purpose of finding a way to get that power back. So, and as we will see later on, as we progress through the story of this game, is that Nicol Bolas has had his claws in most of the major events that have happened in the multiverse since the mending. Anyway, to continue with the Leonis campaign. Your brother Josu has returned from the battlefield mortally wounded. Desperate to save him, you are told of a healing potion by the mysterious Raven Man. But instead of curing him, the potion transforms your brother into an undead horror intent on killing you. Wonderful, right? Yeah, Liliana has had a crappy life. Anyway, start duel. This could be a very long episode. The other LP I watched of this game, Black campaign battles ended up running very long. And of course, I've already talked so much about lore in this video. Anyway, here we go. Fortunately, I don't have too many cards to work with here. We have 4 land, a 2-drop, a 4-drop, and a 5-drop. And this thing enters the battlefield tapped, which means we won't tend to have a creature to attack or block with until turn 3. I don't know if I want this. Okay, this, you may return target creature card from graveyard to your hand, typical black. Destroy target non-zombie creature, can't be regenerated, return out to 1 target zombie card from your graveyard to your hand. So we can get this guy back, or this guy back. I don't know if I like this. I feel like we have too much mana, and it's going to take us too long to get creatures out. Draw new hand. This is better. This is better. We have a 2-drop, another 2-drop that's technically a turn 3. 2 3-drops with flying, and a very cheap sorcery. Keep. Okay, a card I was hoping to see that would allow me to launch into another lore spiel, but I'm not seeing it yet. Okay, he doesn't have a creature to fly either. And we still don't get the card I was hoping to get. Okay, put in Black Cat. When Black Cat dies, target opponent discards a card at random. That could be helpful. And land, and does he still not have Dagger Drome, Imp, Flying, and Lifelink? Well, this is already problematic. We've got flyers of our own that are stronger, but still, that thing's gonna be swinging for free until we can get a flyer in. Of course, we could get a flyer in right now, which would be very nice. Okay, we could have dropped Bone Splinters too. But, well, I'm gonna swing with the Black Cat. If he blocks, we'll trade, and he'll get to he'll discard a card at random, so I don't think he's gonna want to do that. He'll lose his flyer. Of course, we have Bone Splinters in our hand, so next turn what I'm probably gonna do is sack the Black Cat, destroy that, and then swing with the Crow. This is kind of how black works, and oops, I never hit confirm attack. Too busy talking. Yep, he's not gonna block. So, wait. Oh, I didn't even see that. Enters the battlefield tapped. Last kiss deals 2. Oh, now I remember why this match takes so long. It's because he has like 4 of these in his deck. Last kiss deals 2 damage to target creature, and you gain 2 life. I'm probably gonna lose my crow right now, right? Yep. Fortunately, we still have bone splinters to get the flyer off the field. Swinging, we can't stop it. Come on, give me the card I was looking for. Still not happening. Vengeful Dead. Whenever Vengeful Dead or another zombie dies, the opponent loses 1 life. Well, that would be nice to have. Anyway, right now, we only have 1 creature now, though. That's the thing. I think I might want to hang on to that, actually. Either of these are going to enter tapped, so I could put down a Shambling Ghoul and Bone Splinters that thing out of here. That's what we're going to do. Bone Splinters. Destroy that. Sack this. Wait. Choose an opponent to discard a card. Let's see, what did he just... Massive Ghouls. I believe that's a pretty strong creature, so can we take a look at his graveyard? Yeah, you threw out a 5/3, so that was a productive turn. And then... I don't know why, but I'm gonna wait. I want to wait until second main to put the Shambling Ghoul in. I'm still trying to figure out the benefits of doing that. The AI pretty much always does that. I'm just trying to figure out the benefits. I guess that gives your opponent less chance to counter the spell, but... Highway Robber. Here we go. But Highway Robber enters the battlefield. Target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Here we go. This is why this battle runs for so long, because he's got so much life gain in his deck. Okay, this is my only option. So... But I can swing right now. And I'm going to. Because this is taking forever. And of course he's getting all the land. Why do I feel like this always happens to me when I play against black? I get mana screwed. Every time I play against black, this happens. You saw in that 3rd match of Jace's campaign where I was up against black and the guy had like 9 mana the first time and 12 the second. And he's got a vampire. And it's a 3/2. Great. And we have another Bone Splinters. Could play it right now. Get rid of that. Do I have anything that I benefit from when it dies? No. No. Continue. I'm going to save my creatures to block with because I've got no mana. Skip. Put this in now. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm thinking I'm gonna lose a creature. I could sack this, destroy that. Thing with this whole thing with playing black is black has a lot of things that say sacrifice a creature, and my whole play style is keep your creatures on the field as chump blockers, if nothing else. So I could sack this, get rid of that, keep my flyer. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Oh, come on! Consume Spirit deals X damage to target creature or player, and you gain X life. Great. He could... Let's see, it requires 2. He's gonna... X is gonna be 3. Watch. X. Yep. I called it. I really hate this situation. I should have... Now I'm wishing I had Bone Splintered. The 3 damage gets through. They trade. And come on, I need mana. Thank you, mana. And then... Let's drop a Gravedigger. I can get a creature back. Which one do I want back? Oh, let's see. This is going to enter tapped. This is going to enter tapped. This is going to enter tapped. I kind of want the cat back. I also kind of really want the flyer. I'm going to take this. Hey, Carrying Crow is back in our hand. Why are there still 4 things in my graveyard? Oh, because Bone Splinters. Target player draws 3 cards and loses 3 life. Well, with any luck, one of those is going to be a mana, and another one is going to be the card I've been waiting on. He used that on himself! Well, now I'm glad I have my flyer back. And lo and behold, the Shambling Goblin I've been waiting for. Okay, I can cast several creatures this turn. I have enough mana. No, I don't, actually. I have enough to cast this and to Bone Splinter something. Oh my gosh, I can clear a side of the field right now. I can clear a side of the field right now. Okay, Shambling Goblin. Yeah, I can clear a side of the field right now. Bone Splinters. Choose a creature to destroy this. What? Why? Why? I can't do that? You're telling me I have to destroy this? Oh, wait. I'm selecting the wrong creatures. Destroy that. Sacrifice this. Choose a creature to get -1/-1. The Imp. And I clear his side of the field up just like that. And then, sure, let's swing. Yeah, I may be enjoying black more by the time this is over. That was a fun turn. Anyway. Am I actually going to talk about what I wanted to talk about? We're awfully far into the fight. On the other hand, it would give me something to talk about. Well, anyway, that Shambling Goblin card is from my favorite set of all time, Dragons of Tarkir. I freaking love this set, because come on, who doesn't like dragons? Seriously. The other bit of lore I wanted to talk about in this episode was regarding the story of the Tarkir block. Because, well, honestly, the story was not super great. But it felt better than it was because dragons. Seriously, I love dragons that much. Anyway, I could put out a Gravedigger, get the goblin back, and that would be helpful. Or I could put out Vengeful Dead, which would help us get some life drain going. Yeah, let's do that. Anyway, so what I was saying about Tarkir, and how much I love it. Tarkir block stars my favorite planeswalker of all time, Sarkhan Vol. And, well, honestly, the main reason I like him so much is because one of his planeswalker powers is transforming into a dragon. Which, come on, seriously, that's awesome. And another last kiss. 2 damage to our creature and you gain 2 life. Well, if he chooses the Vengeful Dead, actually, if he chooses either of these creatures, because Vengeful Dead is on the field, he'll only actually be gaining 1 life. Because he'll gain 2, and then Vengeful Dead will steal 1. And then he loses 1. Anyway. I'm thinking out, I can't block. Dang it, I can't block. Anyway. So... oh, here we go. Tap 3 mana, tap this card, discard a card. Each other player loses 2 life, and you gain life equal to the life lost this way. Great. Anyway, when the story of Tarkir opens, there aren't any dragons on the plane. They were wiped out a long time ago. Put in a Gravedigger. And then... I think I want my goblin back. Because I can get him on the field right now. Anyway, there aren't any dragons on Tarkir. They were wiped out a long time ago. And Sarkhan, who's from Tarkir, he was really kind of upset about that. He was a member of a cult, basically, that worshiped dragons as the top predator. And so, but he really wanted to see a live one, and there weren't any live ones on Tarkir. So, oh no, massive ghouls. Around the time his Planeswalker Spark ignited, he started hearing this voice in his head of a long dead... it was the voice of a long dead dragon whispering in his ear. And I don't actually remember what the voice said, unfortunately. I need to double check my lore on that. But basically, shortly after that, Sarkhan leaves Tarkir, goes looking for a living dragon. And he eventually winds up on the plane of Alara, in the service of none other than Nicol Bolas, who will not stop popping up in lore, I know. Well, Alara is a separate story. I won't really go into that right now, but basically, Sarkhan eventually becomes extremely disillusioned with working for Bolas, because Bolas does not exemplify the qualities of dragons that Sarkhan has come to revere. So Sarkhan leaves, goes back to Tarkir, and I need to decide what I'm going to do before I finish telling the story. Okay, Cruel Revival. Destroy target non-zombie creature. Unfortunately, we cannot get the massive ghouls off the field right now. But we can get a zombie back. I like that idea very much. We could get Vengeful Dead back. What else do I have in here? Vengeful Dead, Shambling Ghoul. Actually, all of these are zombies. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Cruel Revival. Choose a creature to destroy. Can't be that, unfortunately. Kind of want to do this more because it's going to help him gain life. This is bigger. I'm going to do this. And then we return Vengeful Dead. Confirm. Attack step. Do I want to actually swing with anything right now? Let's see, next turn I presume he's going to attack with both of his creatures. I can block this with this, then I can double block this. Or actually, hold on. This does -1/-1 when it dies. So I can just block this with this. And then double block this. I'm going to skip attack. He's not attacking. Well, I should have. And despite all that mana, he apparently doesn't have a creature to play. Okay. I have 7 mana. I can play both of these right now. Vengeful Dead. Carrion Crow. Which unfortunately enters tapped. And then... we're actually on the verge of milling him. No, we're not. Sorry, that's his graveyard. Telling me to swing with these two. Because this guy can handle this guy all by himself. And then this guy can handle this guy all by himself. And our one-time brother over there has no cards in hand. So confirm attack with these two. Blocking there. I should have predicted that. Okay, still got Vengeful Dead. Okay. Running it. Another Last Kiss. Are you serious? On the Vengeful Dead. But you still lost 1 life. And now he's attacking with both and I can't do anything. Okay, block here. I should have predicted that. I should have remembered that there's at least 3 Last Kisses in his deck. Anyway. And it's another mana. Great. Great. I'm gonna need both of these creatures to get that mass of ghouls off the field. So, if that thing gets through, I die. So skip attack. Anyway, to get back to the Tarkir story. So, block, and block, confirm. Anyway, Sarkhan comes back to Tarkir, and he starts looking for where that voice was coming from. And he's got a creature. Great. And he eventually finds his... Well, first off, I should probably explain who that voice belongs to. I can't win. I can't win. I needed anything but a mana. Anyway, as I was saying, so the voice that Sarkhan has been hearing in his head, I just lost. Man, that was a hard fought fight. I've been recording for 30 minutes already. Play again. Anyway, so that voice belongs to not only a long dead dragon, but also a planeswalker. His name is Ujin. It's called the Spirit Dragon. He is the closest thing the plane of Tarkir has to a god. He is, in a manner of speaking, you could almost say was the you could almost call him the father of Tarkir's dragons, although Tarkir's dragons aren't born in a conventional state. They essentially spring fully formed out of these storms called dragon tempests, and it's Ujin's basically life force that spawns those tempests. So what have we got here? We've only got 1 mana, but we have a whopping crap ton of 1-drops. Our opponent goes first. We'll get to draw a card. I really don't want to throw this out, because you've got so many good low-cost creatures. Keep it. Anyway. So, basically, a 3rd Shambling Goblin. Well, that's bad. Please play the freaking land. Anyway, so, yeah, I just got done talking about Ujin. So, basically, anyway, so Sarkhan goes looking for the source of the voice that has been speaking to him, and he eventually finds that Ujin is indeed dead. He finds these spectral bones, it's all that's left of the spirit dragon, lying in this big chasm. And he walks through a naturally occurring time portal and gets sent back to Tarkir as it was 1200 years ago, around the time that Ujin died. So, as Sarkhan is wandering around Tarkir of the past, seeing dragons all over the flipping place, he's very happy about that. He goes looking for Ujin of this time, who of course is alive. Shambling Ghoul. And along the way, he runs into a woman who's the ruler of one of the local clans. Whose name is Yasova. And see the people of this time, well, see, the people of Tarkir in both times live in 5 clans composed of primarily humans, but also sprinkled with other non-dragon races. And in the Tarkir of 1200 years ago, they are pretty much a united front against the dragons. In the Tarkir of the present day, they are constantly fighting amongst themselves and amongst each other. And so this woman, Yasova, leader of one of the clans, she's had a voice whispering to her as well, that if she helps the owner of this voice kill Ujin, the dragon tempests will stop, and the dragons will basically, the clans will be able to get the upper hand against the dragons, and that voice belongs to, you want to guess? Nicol Bolas. Basically, Bolas saw Ujin as a rival and wanted to get rid of him, and was able to manipulate this woman, Yasova, into helping him do that. And thing to attack with these two, I agree with that. And so, in the Tarkir of the past, that plan of Bolus's. Give -1/-1 to this. In the originally, oh, of course, Last Kiss. In the Tarkir of the past, getting rid of another one of my goblins. In the Tarkir of the past, that plan of Bolus's went off without a hitch. Yasova led him to Ujin, he killed Ujin, and oh crap, this thing. Anyway, Yasova led him to Ujin, he killed Ujin, the Tempest stopped, the humans and other non-dragons got the upper hand in the fight, wiped out the dragons, leading to the Tarkir, the modern-day Tarkir that Sarkhan knows and despises. But now, Sarkhan is there. And so when Bolus and Ujin fight, and Ujin falls out of the sky near death, Sarkhan is able to, well, not save him per se, essentially. Okay, the next part is going to involve explaining something that I haven't really talked about yet. I'm gonna bone splinters that thing. Bone splinters, destroy this. Stack one of these. Anyway, basically, Sarkhan was previously on the plane of Zendikar, and when he left, he brought with him a little stone thing. It's a piece of what's called a hedron, which are stone sculptures that were, well, that Ujin helped to create not that long before he was killed. Swinging with the ghoul. Actually, I should have swung with both. He has no creatures to block with. Anyway, so Sarkhan was able to use this little piece of a hedron to essentially form a cocoon around Ujin that's going to protect him while he recovers from his injuries. With Ujin wounded and recovering rather than dead, the tempests intensify rather than subsiding. And so when Sarkhan returns to the modern day, he finds that the dragons now rule Tarkir. And that's basically the story. And come on. Well, it's not the greatest ending, but I liked it. Anyway, here we have a new card, Nantuko Husk. Sack a creature, Nantuko Husk gets +2/+2 until end of turn. We could make this thing really, really strong if we get it on the field and keep it on the field. But right now I need a flyer to deal with that imp. Got a lot of low-cost creatures this time around. I drew a halfway decent hand. Saying swing with all. I'm going to swing with this and the goblin. Confirm. Now you know the life gain's going to start coming any minute now. But he's still not blocking. Probably because he knows he's got life gain and he just has to get a hold of it. He might have some right now. I'm still kind of mana screwed. Anyway, I told most of the Tarkir story. I'm sorry about that little, like, what the heck is this situation regarding hedrons, but we'll get to those later. Probably in Nissa's story. I'll be able to talk about those and what those are, and why Sarkhan was on Zendikar in the first place. Okay. I still don't have mana, dang it. I have enough to play all of these, but not enough to play two. So, I'm going to put the husk in. Continue. Attack step. Swing with the ghoul. And the other ghoul. Confirm. If he blocks with the vampire, we'll kill it. If he blocks with this thing, you'll also kill it. Why do I feel like he's... no, he's blocking with that. Okay. I was expecting he was going to have an instant to destroy something or pump something or something like that. Okay, I like our board position very much. Even though we've got so much less mana, we have a better board position. I don't have anything else I can play. Come on, give me mana! Oh, he... saying I can use that ability. I don't really need to. Harrowing Journey. Target player draws 3 cards and loses 3 life. I presume he's using this on me because I have more life than he's using it on himself. Okay, he could have potentially just helped us out, and yay, mana! Here's an idea. Here is an idea. Play a crow. Then activate this ability. Sack the Shambling Goblin. Give this -1/-1. And then continue. Attack step. We can win right now. Swing, swing, swing. Confirm attack. That was a really good move. I didn't even think that I had that option at first, but then I realized, oh my gosh, I can do that. Shambling Goblin, I like that card now. And we won, finally. And because I spent all that time talking about Tarkir, we didn't really get the chance to, I didn't really have much I wanted to cut out of the second battle. But hopefully you guys enjoyed my Tarkir spiel. Hopefully I explained it well. The dark magic you've been exploring saves you from Josu, but your brush with death is overwhelming and you feel the world around you dissolve away. A moment ago you were standing in the ruins of Vest Manor, but now you find yourself in an unknown cemetery on an unknown plain. Yeah, Liliana planeswalked right off the bat in her story. Anyway, that was a very long video, but I had a lot of fun talking about lore in it, and I'm actually starting to enjoy Black a little bit more. I still really don't like all the graveyard stuff and all the creepy card pictures, or creepy card art. But I don't know, maybe I could get used to playing more Black. Anyway, I'm going to end this off here because this video has already been extremely long and I'm on a time crunch with editing. So, if you enjoyed this episode in any capacity, head to my YouTube channel, Jazzy Nerd, check out some of my videos. If you enjoyed those, hit the subscribe button down below because it's a big help. I will see you guys back here tomorrow. We'll continue Liliana's campaign. Until then, stay jazzy. Did you like my fast talking? Bye.